Artists from throughout the Bemidji area opened up their workspaces to the public today for the 4th annual Bemidji First City of Arts Studio Cruise. Jamil Donath spotlights a jewelry artist and the owner of Bad Cat Creations boutique in Bemidji for this week's In Focus.
Once a year, jewelry artist and Bemidji boutique owner Christina Thorne lets people witness how and where she creates.
They're coming into a lot of our private homes, our studios. Like, this is where we live, eat, sleep, breathe.
The owner of Bad Cat Creations has been an artist, a sponsor, and a committee member in the 4 years of the Bemidji First City of Arts Studio Cruise.
It's a little like taking children to a farm and saying, this cow, that's where your milk comes from. You know, taking it back, like, this is where it comes from. This didn't just appear. This was created. Somebody used their hands and they cut that. They formed that.
And this animated artist leaves nothing to the imagination. She walks people through the process of softening, pressing, pounding, and enameling metals like pennies into pieces of jewelry.
People want stuff made right before their eyes while they're here. I think that's part of the appeal.
What initially got Thorne interested in joining the studio cruise in the first place was being able to demonstrate how she makes her work so that people can understand and see firsthand how jewelry is an art form.
They're like, oh wow, you twist every single piece of that wire. Yeah, I do. And so then they're just like, wow, there's a lot of work that goes into that, and it makes them appreciate it more.
Since she was the eager age of 8 years old, Thorne has been making some form of jewelry, and her interest in penny pressing grew when she took a metals class at Bemidji State University.
You heat them with a torch that anneals them, and that makes them pliable. Then I brought some over the rolling mill, and you put them through there, and what that does is it will flatten them out.
But copper currency is just one of many materials the ever-evolving jeweler uses to create her art. She dabbles in wire working, beading, and casting, or whatever else she can cook, torch, or warp into something wearable.
Not just for fencing anymore.
Thorne gets a lot of her inspiration from nature and even uses it to add texture to her pieces.
The softness of nature with the hardness of metal.
So if you want to see how artists like this Bad Cat creator work their magic, a studio cruise is one way to catch a glimpse of art and inspiration hard at work. For this week's In Focus, Jamil Donath, Lakeland News.
Thorne also has artists showing at her boutique Bad Cat Creations next to the Woolen Mills on Irvin Avenue in Bemidji. The studio cruise will continue tomorrow and Sunday.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.